crisis that's growing right here in Michigan involving children, kids not being able to read at the same level as their counterparts. A plan has been hatched to fix this, but the question is, can the state get behind this idea? 7 Action News reporter Matthew Smith is joining us now live with more on this. And what's the idea to fix the problem, Matthew?
Well, Alicia, a lot of kids don't have access to libraries or librarians for that matter. The idea is pretty simple, just getting more books and professionals in the hands of kids. So the problem is that we continue to fail our children, them not being able to read at a 3rd or 4th grade level, less than half do right now. So this isn't going to solve all the problems, but it's one tool in the toolbox, and a number of politicians think this could change the trend.
A librarian straightens up as kids outside start working their way into Yates Elementary.
It's a little stressful because I feel like if he is not where he needs to be, then, he'll be held back.
Heather, mother to Nicholas, is talking about the idea that Michigan kids now get held back if they can't read at a certain level by 4th grade. That's why there's a hyper focus on libraries and why so many are empty.
And that's a problem that we haven't addressed. I think that we are in a literacy crisis.
State Rep Darren Camilleri and I met inside this school because they do have a librarian. At a time that Michigan ranks in the bottom 5 in the nation in literacy and 47th in library access, the former Detroit school teacher sees a connection.
We had no library, we had no librarian. And I had to fundraise books to get library access for my students in my own classroom.
Right now there's a trio of bills meant to focus on libraries. One so that all schools have a librarian, another to ensure a specialist with a degree is on staff, and the third to make sure there's a designated person to supervise when that specialist is out. And as this school superintendent notes, while they have a staffed library, they too see the need for new steps.
As people retire out of these positions, fewer are coming into them. And so when that happens, we're left trying to find the next best alternative for us.
A reminder for parents, because even those who say they're on the right track say it comes from a healthy foundation.
He knows so much stuff from preschool.
Begging the question, what happens if that foundation disappears?
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of parents are concerned about this. So Matthew, what's the confidence level that these bills will become law?
Well, talking with State Rep Camilleri, who represents the area that we're at right now, he says that he has been hearing more about a potential hearing about the issue, but he did note that they tried to push something similar last year and it never got out of the committee where it has to head out of in order to get voted on to become law. So is there more of a push of this? We've heard a lot of talk about education. This could be the year, but nothing's set in stone right now.
The process is a slow one indeed. Thank you for that live update, Matthew.